Y'all boys funny, man. Can you hear me?
Again,
You can't hear
you
me?
know what? Let me try this. Hold on. Let's try that.
Mic
And
check, mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2.
shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to go there. All right.
It says my audio is good. It
There we
says I'm
go.
good.
There we go. It was my fault. It was my fault.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet.
We good to go.
All right, fellas. How y'all doing, man?
Doing
No
good,
more
man. How are
black on
you
black
doing?
crime. That's over.
Yeah.
Right now, if you look at the
I,
fucking screen, I feel like Oreo. I'm the light one in the middle.
Oh.
only slightly, baby. That's it.
That's all right, brother. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. It's been a little bit of a trial, man. Just trying to
Okay.
get adapted to everything. I just moved to Sasebo, so I'm a new part of
Right.
Japan. So everything's
Okay.
different.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's why I'm out here. I don't have a home. I don't have nothing, you know. So it's just
yeah.
we in the wind
So
right now, baby.
so just get the people a back. So before Japan, where we at before?
Yeah. All right. So my original home base is North Carolina and Virginia. So like I
Okay.
live 2 hours away from Hampton Roads, and it's a small town called Tarboro. It's a little town. The only reason why people know us is because Todd Gurley went to my high school. You know, so we
Okay.
famous for football and all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I got into the culinary field, and I was a butcher in Norfolk, Virginia for a minute. That was like my focus. So when I got into culinary
Yeah.
school, that's when I got into like, oh, okay, I want to understand flavors. I want to understand tasting. I don't drink alcohol, so I started sipping wine. Started with my cigars, and then my wife got the job with the military, so we moved
Yeah.
to California. So I was in Fresno for a while, and that's
Yeah.
when I really started getting into the cigars and like, okay, I understand what I'm tasting here. I understand, the makeup of this whole thing. And COVID hit. So when COVID hit, my family was in Japan. I was stuck in Fresno by myself. Like my
Okay.
family was already over here. So I was like, yo, since I don't have nothing but downtime, let me get this channel started and and actually just start making something happen. That's kind of like the
Yeah.
abridged version. So y'all kind of like understand what happened. So that's when I was like, okay, let me sit back, let me start working on something. And I came up with the vintage cigar. I came up with my While I'm in Japan channel, and I just started rocking from there. And it was just a matter of time of people finding the channel. Shit started to
Yeah.
grow a little bit, got a little community. Here we are.
So with your time in Japan, so how is it as far as the cultural adjustments? Just from being over here in the U.S. and being in somewhere like Japan, where everything is, from what I see, is a little bit more proper, a little bit more hospitable as far as
You
the
gotta you,
go for it.
you gotta love Japan because like that's what most people see. Like Japan
Okay.
wants you to see that everything is streamlined and everything is proper, everything is organized, and to a degree that's how it works. And everything is about hierarchy and like who is in charge and like it's almost chauvinistic in the way that it works in that sense. But then you gotta love the fact that there's an underbelly to Japan. It's not even just the yakuza. Everybody know
Yeah.
about the yakuza and their gangsters and all that. But when you go into, you got places like Roppongi, you got places like Shinjuku, you got Kawasaki. There's always an underbelly. So like
Yeah.
everywhere you go, you can find just about anything you want. You can get just about anything you want, but you just can't get caught with everything you want. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You
Exactly.
can't get caught with the wrong women. You can't get caught with weed on you because you do, they're gonna string you up. But all of
Mhm.
it's out here. It's what I'm saying? Like everything is existing out here. And then the same thing with cigars, man. When you go into a cigar bar, everything is all prim and proper. They still wearing gloves. They still using the spills to light your cigar, all of that kind of shit. So yeah, that's Japan for you, man.
Mm. One thing that I love about Japan, well, at least from what I see on YouTube, is the street food, like Japanese street food.
Oh man, matter of fact, tonight I'm probably gonna go get yakitori tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's like you
Yeah.
can always get yakitori. If you want to be really adventurous, you can go out and you can get squid. You can go out and get octopus. You can get even if they just do sweet potatoes, the yakimo, that shit is just banging. Their sweet potatoes taste better than any sweet potatoes I had anywhere in the world. You don't need
Wow.
nothing on it. They just grill that shit up and it's just sweet and it almost tastes like it got cinnamon in it. It's amazing. So
Wow.
yeah, man, like you can bounce all over the world, especially if you're near Tokyo where I was, man. You can just hop on a train and just go out in the middle of the street. You can get ramen out of a vending machine. You know, you can get pizza out of a vending machine. Like it's, some parts they're in
It's
the future, some
yeah.
parts they're in the past.
so so speaking on your cigar journey is in the cigar channel, like
Right, right.
what got you into cigars? What was like your first introduction into cigars?
I talk about this on my channel sometimes, man, because like when I was a young kid, I was a straight laced kid. You know, I
Yep.
didn't drink, I didn't smoke, you know, none of that kind of stuff like that. But growing up in Hampton Roads, there was a place called New Market Mall. That was like a lot of people know it because Allen Iverson was in that area and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So, you know, I would be in the mall and, you know, they would have the little lounges, kind of like Sandra's Lounge where you could just go chill, whatever. And they would have you know, the indigenous dude holding all the cigars. I used to
Yeah.
love the smell of that place, man. That was like, it was like my favorite thing. It was a Chick-fil-A on the corner in that mall. There was a
Hmm.
pizza shop and it was that cigar lounge. And all those places, I would just go in there. I would just smell it. Like I just wanted to be a part of it. So then you
Yeah.
see like the old heads, they in there smoking their cigars, they chilling, they talking shit. And I was like, yo, I want to be like them. But I was scared in the 80s. You grew up in the 80s, they were like, oh, tobacco gonna give you cancer, it's gonna kill you, it's
Yep.
gonna do this.
Exactly. Yep. Uh-huh.
You know what I
That
mean?
that
So I wouldn't smoke it.
that dare program have you messed up.
It had you terrified of everything. You know what I'm saying? You came up in the 80s
Uh-huh.
like everything was there, and you had like all those little kid shows like,
Yeah.
hey, if you ever use
Yeah.
tobacco, you're gonna die and all that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I had
That was the one thing of growing up in the 80s and 90s.
Very nice.
yeah,
There
I
we
had to
go.
light up my SB 1014, man. So my
Yeah,
bad, fellas. But
you know the irony of this whole thing is
what's that?
you in Japan and the fucking Japan made lighter don't work unless it's a China made lighter. Don't work in fucking Japan.
Yo, I keep telling everybody my lighters are trash, man. It's always the case. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, I should be good. So the thing is, man, it's like I grew up and I wasn't smoking cigars. I wasn't smoking cigarettes. I wouldn't touch none of the tobacco. But when I was in culinary school, like I mentioned to y'all, like that shit, like I was drawn to new flavors. I was drawn to new profiles, and always that whole cool with cats just sitting there, just chilling, talking,
Hmm.
smoking cigars, having a ball. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna find something. I found a little spot called Emerson's in Norfolk, and I just went in there and just like I didn't know what I was asking for. I was just like, yo, can you give me a cigar? And you know, I just want to try something, you know, that has really good flavor. So you know what they do in the shop. They're not gonna give you, you know, Arturo Fuente. They're not gonna give you, you know, just something from Dunbarton off the top of the head like that. They just gave me like
Yep.
Emerson cigars. So I tried it and I was like, all right, it's cool. I like the vibe. And then I got one of those, what is it, Javas from Drew
Yeah.
Estates,
Yeah.
something like that.
Hmm.
And, and it
Yeah.
had like a coffee flavor. And
It
I
has
was like, oh, this
yeah,
is
Coke in
amazing.
that thing, bro. Coke, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go
So
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So when I got that, like I was like, oh, okay, I'm hooked. So now it was like I gotta go and find everything. Who got the best tasting cigars? And I
Uh-huh.
evolved from like doing like that whole flavor, you know, thing to just getting whatever the best cigars that was out there. So when I got Arturo Fuente, I think it was like a sun grown chateau, and I
Yep.
could taste that caramel for the first time, and I got that
Hmm.
natural tobacco core. I was hooked, and that's when it just like that was like 2013, maybe 2014, and I was hooked from that moment on, man. I was in it.
That's like the same way you got introduced. The same way I got introduced. My first cigar was the Isa de la Sola from Georgia State.
Yeah, yeah, I know that thing like tastes like sugar when you first get it.
Exactly.
You're like, oh shit, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
had
I started off with that, and then little by little, then after that, my next cigar was actually a Leaf by Oscar. So on that day, I bought three different cigars. You know,
what was the third?
the third one was a house blend from Railroad. So I actually went and walked during COVID. I actually walked from Penn Station all the way to Railroad Cigars,
And then he met me and it was all over.
all over from there. So the most
Yo,
amazing.
you read my mind because I was like, I'm gonna do the interview now. I was gonna ask how you link up with Sanj. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
So you got read my
so
mind.
I heard about Assange through a friend, and we used to always go to another spot, but they go, "Oh, well, Assange's price, you can't beat him." You know,
That
and when you hear stories about Assange, they go, like Assange, he's like an onion. He has layers. You know, so people always go, they go, just be careful, son. He could be an asshole. So I come up in here shaking. I come in here. Sanj is sitting here. It was a Saturday. Sanj, it was like 11:30. Nobody was here yet. I came in, and on that first day, I was here for 3 hours. And Sanj literally walked me through everything: cigar etiquette, how to light your cigar.
I know Sanj. I know Sanj talked for like 3 of those hours the whole
Oh,
time. I know
listen,
Sanj is doing all
listen.
the
You know
talking.
what? Listen, I was since that day I was hooked. I would come here every Saturday. I would go to the McDonald's next door, load up on some food, and be right up in here and just picking Sandra's brain. Still to this day, I still do the same exact thing. I come in here
That's what's up, man.
and I pick his brain. And the one thing he always says is, and I know he thinks it's in the back of his head. He goes, there are no stupid questions.
Yeah,
You know,
I always tell people,
he
I
goes,
said, there is no such a thing as stupid questions. It becomes stupid when you can't answer it, especially in the cigar
Facts.
industry. I always tell people, right? I was just on a blog right before I got here. And, these are the people that, very wealthy people, they wanted to
mm-hmm,
learn. So they actually set up whole thing. There was like 16 couples. No,
mm-hmm,
sorry, 8 couples, 16 people. And they actually went into this very ultra high end restaurant. They took a private room and they're all sitting down with cigars. And, they had me on fucking 46-inch TV. They broadcasted me on TV. I could see every single person, I could hear them. And, we ended up doing like 2.5 hour worth of session. And they were shocked. And they're like, wow, and they're all smokers,
mm-hmm.
but non-educated smokers. You understand what I mean
Right,
by
right,
that?
right. No,
So,
no doubt, no doubt.
and then, they're like, so I taught them how to retro. There was like 3 girls and 2 guys didn't retro. And I said, I taught them live. And I says, here. And then, end of the night, they're like, wow, this cigar tastes completely different than what we used to. And I said, that's the thing. I said, if you don't retro, you're wasting your time. Most importantly, you're wasting money. Most importantly, you're wasting your time. I said, because the time that you spend, you'll never get it back. Money, you could get it back all the time. And they were shocked. And, I get invited into a lot of blogs and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Because, you go on the blog, you got they all dressed up like they hit a
Mm-hmm.
fucking, they signed a record deal and they just blowing smoke. Like, what the fuck? No,
Literally,
man. I'm not
literally and
wasting my
figuratively.
time.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. That's why we love when you came on our show, man, because we like to just be relaxed and just like to get information, man. And like once
You
you
see,
start getting that,
you
you
see,
appreciate the
Jimmy,
cigars even more.
yeah, you see, Jimmy posted a video. Remember how I always say I don't believe in humidity? He left the fucking SP Black 2 weeks, 3 weeks in his garage. No humidity. He smoked it. He said phenomenal. You know.
Hey, you got to show and prove then, right? That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even Innocent, when he first started the blog, he took a lot of advice from me.
Yep,
And when I first saw the blog, I called him. I said, delete all that shit.
yep.
I said, when you do a blog, you bring a company in, you do not talk about any other company.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's talking about one cigar, smoking something else. They don't know who made it. I said, no, no, no. Look, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't have direct access to person, there is social media. You could Google every fucking thing nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you can't have that kind of misinformation. So I taught him everything, I yell at him.
Yeah.
I yell
So
at him.
you know what? So I remember I came in and I came in a little late. Mario, he goes, Mario, he sees see what he goes, you're in trouble. I go, oh shit. It's on. He goes, so, and this how it's like. He goes, get your cigar and sit down. And then from there, I go, oh. And then Sandra just go, you did this wrong, that wrong. I'm like, you know what? And I know it's never from a bad place. And everything that Sandra says, I always keep that in mind. Like, one thing that he always taught me is you never badmouth another cigar brand when you're on live or social media. Never badmouth because at the end of the day, you don't know if that person is watching. But also, too, you
It's not even watching, if you don't know. Like I compared a lot of times
yeah,
I talk about brands because I have 33 years with experience.
yep,
You guys just started a channel. It
yeah,
gives you no right to disrespect something.
yep, and we have a
And I
couple.
don't badmouth in any of my channel. I compare and I give them like this is how it is.
Yep.
This is where the problem is, and that's all there's to it.
Mm-hmm.
So within experience, look, he was a butcher.
Yep.
He could cut places that we won't even think about.
Exactly. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So that's his expertise. Who the fuck? I can't even cut a fucking butter roll straight. Who the fuck I'm going to talk about cutting stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. So you have to respect. I'm not putting down. I'm speaking the truth.
Yep.
And you could back it. And that's what it is. What you say and how you say about anything. Can you back it? No.
No.
So then it gives you no right to speak.
And still to this day, I still don't consider myself having enough credibility to go up and talk about anybody else's cigars because I'm not a blender. I like, do I want to learn about blending? Yes. But, just having that experience or smoking enough cigars to the point where,
So you want to hear some fucked up?
What we got?
man.
Shoot.
This motherfucker, this
man.
fat government cheese eating EBT card not using motherfucker over here, bro. You probably want what I'm gonna tell you. Probably want to come out of that TV and smack this motherfucker in the head.
Let's see what we
Listen.
got, yo.
Yo, the other day he says to me, "I want something special." I said, "Okay." That's my boy. That's my adopted son. I treat him
No
like
doubt.
family. Anybody I take under my wing, it's family.
Mm-hmm.
So
No doubt.
I said, okay. I go out downstairs and I had pre-embargo Dunhill. Pre-embargo Dunhill. Last one left in the fucking box. I say, here, enjoy it, but smoke it when you got nothing to do. What this motherfucker do? He got a headphone and his thing. He eating this, drinking this, putting cigar down, getting up, going in the back, watching the ball game. I see you just hurt my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I told him. I said, you just fucked that. I said, that was something was priceless.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you want to savor. You want to savor every note, right?
Yeah.
And my man,
And I told him. I said, smoke it when you have nothing to do.
Yep.
What he do? He's getting up, going in the back, leaving cigar in the ashtray, watching the fight, come back, relight it again. I'm like,
gotta
what the
relight
fuck?
it.
Yep.
Yo, this guy fucked me up, man.
Yep.
Pre-Margot Dunhill.
And you talked about that cigar the first time I talked to you. Now you were telling me that you had some of those. And you
Yeah.
were telling me like how dope those cigars. I never forgot that, yo.
You know.
And you got one, man. Guilty? What you doing, man? Well,
I'm being
you know I gotta give you
no,
shit
I'm
now
being
too.
very guilty.
I was look.
I'm being very
I'm,
guilty.
I'm not one of those guys. I'm not money driven guy. Not listen. A couple of months ago, I bought a Upman, the limited one. It was like 9,000 a box of 20 cigars. I opened it up. Everybody smoked it. I don't care, right? But this one was very special.
Yeah.
I said, this
No doubt.
fucking cigar is older than you.
Yeah.
It's older than me. I said, how
That's
do you
crazy.
just fucking sit here with a bunch of fucking degenerate motherfuckers and you just go in and out like means nothing? Like I that hurt me. So I fucking told him today. When he came in today, I said, because my thing is I reprimand them,
Yeah.
in public.
Did this
That's
just
my
happen?
boy.
This
What
just
happened?
happened? This just
Thursday.
happened? You just lit that cigar? It was just happened Thursday?
No. So I couldn't wait for this motherfucker to come back. When he came back, I pulled him on the side. I said, dude, I want you to know something. You really hurt my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, what do you mean? What did I do wrong? I said, no, no, nothing wrong. You fucked that cigar up. Like, and they all know how I feel about
Yep.
tobacco.
Yep.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You look at it, man. It's your world, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
really it puts the food on the table. You know, it brings the people into your doors. It gives you your connections. So I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I totally get that, man.
not even at
Next
this
time,
point. This point,
next time, send that
you
to me.
is
Send it to
this
me,
point.
son.
Absolutely, whatever you want. Actually, I gotta send Matt a bunch of stuff. I forgot. I got too busy. I'm
Oh
sending you
God.
some rare stuff that Matt. You probably never smoked it either. So I said I'll send it. But then we decided to do the big smoke, and I got too
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
busy with that. In Vegas, we did it. We killed it. But anyway,
No doubt.
like downstairs cigars, everyone knows it's
Yeah.
off limit.
Off
I don't
limits.
care. If you say, hey, I got $1 million, let me go pick 10 boxes, you can't go downstairs. And this is the fucking guy that fucking, he treats fucking McDonald burger better care than he fucking treated that priceless cigar.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm in tears, yo.
And you know what bothered me even more?
What's
My
that?
dad had bought that box for him because he used to smoke Dunhills.
No, that
Yeah,
that
true,
that
true,
knife was
true.
just going. That knife was just going
He's
in.
Yeah,
super deeper,
he throwing shots
motherfucker.
at
Oh,
you. But just what you got to go through, man. That's what family. You know, family got to roast you when you
Yeah,
do shit like that, man. That's how
uh,
yeah.
family is, man.
yeah, like
But
Oh man. But
that.
what did you get out of that cigar though, man? Like in the
Oh,
time that you were chasing it, was like,
fucking 20 motherfuckers smoking all kind of shit. The fucking ashtray ash he got out of it. He got fucking fried chicken that he was eating with. Tell me you weren't eating fried chicken. Tell me you weren't eating fried fucking chicken with that. Then he's got this thing about this fucking what is that patties? The meat stuff you eat looks like
oh the beef patty.
yeah, meat patty. This
oh
motherfucker
yeah,
had all kind of
Jamaican beef patty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was smoking
Oh
with that
dude,
cigar. Come on, man.
hey, like
So
for
so
anybody that
what's the
knows West Indian food, when you got a really good beef patty though, man, that's like
Yeah,
that's like
but
having
put
a
hold up.
pre-embargo
put
cigar.
cocoa
I
bread
Hold
feel
on
you.
up.
top of that.
Hold up.
Put cocoa
If
bread.
you had that cigar, would you have it smoked it with anything or you would have enjoyed it?
I can't lie to you, Sandra. I'll be in the back, man. Ain't nobody around. It's just me and that cigar. I can't lie. I can't stand with you on that one, guilty. I'll be dolo. Like ain't nobody
So
gonna be
you
around.
know,
That's me and that cigar on that one.
There you go.
so today, so I come in today, and
Right.
and he goes, smoke this. He goes, take your fucking phone and throw it over there. So I take my phone, put it away for about a good hour 15. When I tell you that was probably the most amazing experience I've had with a cigar, man. Like it was two different worlds.
Tell him what I give you.
I'm ready.
It was it's a very, very rare.
It's
It's
a
a book.
pre-release. So when I had a court case with the Cuba Tobacco SA, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I went to Cuba a bunch of times. So they gifted me almost like 1,000 cigars. And that is the first Series D #4 before it even went in production. They gave me, and I give that motherfucker that cigar today. But I said, you fucked up yesterday. I want you to enjoy it. Throw your phone away. No fucking
No
food.
phone,
No nothing.
nothing.
Ain't no
No,
Instagram, none of that. It's just you and
nothing.
that
Guess what?
series.
He smoked it halfway. He got up. He had to sit his ass down.
It was that cigar was fire.
Just getting one that's fairly new is one of my favorite Cubans.
Yeah,
That and the Monty #2. So I can only imagine how good that was. But I know you got
yeah,
all those like grassy notes, man, little
Yeah.
yeah,
caramel in there.
It's,
yeah.
I'm sending you guys those cigars because I got
Sons,
to
man,
make
I
a.
appreciate you, man. I'm
I was
honored,
talking
bro.
to Matt. They never had a Savage feast from Drew Estate. So I got like by a couple hundred of those. So I'm gonna send it all. So he's gonna do it. The problem with us, we can ship direct to you because our business is registered. So anything goes
Right.
overseas, they fucking check. So
Yeah,
Matt,
yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's
yeah,
all right. He's like my hub. Like even with DJ and all of them, they send everything to Matt, and he'll send it out to me. So that's no problem. I'll get it, And you know I'm gonna treat it well, man. I can't wait to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it. For
You know,
sure.
like
I'm hyped. I'm hyped, bro.
yeah, yeah. My thing is, look, it's a cigars, right? And
Hmm.
I love to share old stuff with those who appreciate it. This motherfucker got cut off.
He ain't completely cut off, man. He's saving that Series D, right?
No, pre-embargo shit. It's no more. I have a
Yeah.
lot of pre-embargo shit. No, no, no. The regular production shit, he could have all he wants. I don't care if he's 30 years old. He could have it. The pre-embargo shit. I was going to actually open in January 7th. I have like
Yeah, yeah.
9 boxes of Dom Perignon,
Hmm.
Davidoff, Lortiers, right? Never been touched. Still sealed. I was going to open it, let's celebrate. This motherfucker, guess what he's getting? SB 1014 Red.
That's
like
love and passion, though, man. That's it.
Yeah,
But see,
yeah,
the
what,
thing
that's
is,
what I'm smoking.
what you're smoking right now.
yeah, shouts out, no doubt. But look, I don't think you can do that to him for a long time, Sanj. You love him too much, man. You ain't gonna be able to just keep him cut off forever, man. I know you
You
can't
guys
do it,
so
man.
tough love, bro. You guys so tough love.
Yeah, yeah, and
No
trust me,
doubt.
like tough love is that's an understatement for what I get. You know, like such like the good thing. Like I always tell everybody, you know, I love songs like my own father.
No doubt.
You
No
know,
doubt.
like I love songs like whatever songs need, I'm always here for him. When
You
I
know what's
first come in,
important about that, man?
I go, are you all right? Do you need something? And he'll go, can you make me an espresso? Oh, okay. Can you run? And,
But at the same token, I treat him like son. Everything in my shop is open for him.
yep,
No
Anything he
doubt.
wants.
That's
yep,
love.
Except
That's love.
I have a 1,200 square foot of basement full of rare cigars.
yeah.
One room he can no longer go in it.
Oh my God. So yeah, so Vince, you have no idea. You go in that room. The smell of that room, forget about it.
But see, that's what I was talking about. That when you got that natural tobacco smell, when I was a kid,
Oh
that's
my
the
God,
thing that
that
drew me
room
in.
itself,
I'm
like
43 years old. I still remember that smell. So I know you're gonna always have that
oh,
olfactory sense that we got. Once you get it, it don't go anywhere. That's your memories. That's your nostalgia. You
see
always gonna remember that smell.
now here's the problem with that cigar I smoked today. I told Son, I said after I was done, I said, now I'm gonna be chasing this because it was so good. It was so enjoyable. I'm gonna be chasing this now. You
All right,
know,
so both of y'all, what is that cigar that you keep like you keep going back to because like you're trying to chase that first time that you had it. You trying to get it as good as it was that first time. Do you got a cigar that you keep trying to go back to that was like, man, I want to get that taste one more time. I gotta have it again.
You asking me or innocent?
Both of you, both of you.
oh, son
So,
has something.
so for me, this is gonna sound a little weird, but
Hmm.
then again, I really don't give a fuck. So I'm in my life at the point that I have so much and I smoke so much that, like, to me, I don't chase it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I
Ah,
honestly,
okay.
I honestly, like, I have, like I said, I have a lot of rare cigars, right?
No doubt.
Now, to me, like, instead of me smoking, I want guys like innocent friends who really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
I take more joy of giving out those cigars than smoking. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but
No,
to
no, no.
me,
I totally get it.
like, to me, I don't have anything that I could say, wow, because look, I do 12, 13 cigars a day average,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know how you
Plus,
do it, bro. Yeah.
I have my humidor downstairs, my basement. I have more cigars, vintage cigars in one place than anybody ever has seen. And to me, like, I take a lot of joy. Like, I was talking to Matt, and because I know, and I'm like that here. Listen, I just had 3 guys right before you guys went on. Guys, such a connoisseurs of cigars, such a humble people. I said, you know what? At Thanksgiving, I went downstairs. I gave them something very special. Two guys didn't know. The main guy, James, he fucking, soon as he knew, he gave me a hug. He said, dude, you're going to make me cry. He said, this cigar's got to be 40 years old. And I said, yeah, enjoy it. Like, to me, I get more joy out of that. You know, like, I
Yeah,
no
no
longer,
doubt.
look, right now I'm at this point in my life. You give me fucking RS-88s, I smoke them all. You know, like industry killer, everything that I make, I smoke. But even though every day, 365 days, I start my day with Davidoff Millennium Toro for the last 18
Yeah, I
years.
remember you told me that.
But I mean, you know, but other
I
than
remember
that,
you told me that.
you know, even that Davidoff, it's more like a tradition now. Like even, you know, I'm home and, you know, summertime, my kids are up early in the morning and stuff. And I say, honey, grab me a cigar. They're grabbing me that cigar. They're not grabbing me anything else because
They
they know
know.
dad smokes this. You know, so, you know, my thing is like, I don't have anything that I could say wow to, you know, because, you know, it's, look, it's when you content. Now it's a time to share. Like, you know, guys like Innocent, I want them to learn, right? I want them to experience stuff that 99% of the cigar smokers today would never experience that. And then you have that 1% that
Facts.
dilutes with the fried fucking chicken and Jamaican patty. You just fuck that shit up.
Jamaican beef patties are banging, man. Did you give him one? Innocent, you got to give
I
him
know
one, man.
I'm
Have you had one?
vegetarian. I'm vegetarian.
He doesn't eat
Oh,
beef.
that's right. Yeah.
So
Ah,
if they got
Get it-
asked go to Golden Crust and get him a veggie patty, but the veggie patty is still
yeah,
better.
you got to get the eye towel joint. Yeah,
I'm
you got to get
I'm
the eye towel joint.
I'm
Yeah,
okay with it, but what I'm trying to tell you is when you have something like that, you don't fucking, you know, eat it with fried chicken
and
Mm-hmm.
and a
grease on your
fucking
fingers and shit.
patty. The grease, the fucking spices. That's my point.
Yep.
No, I know. I just had to fuck with you, man. I had to. Nah,
That's
I
all
get it.
right.
What about you, man? Innocent, what's yours? I know you still in that place around the same time with me when you really started getting into it. So you
Yeah.
still chasing those
Um,
dragons. Which,
you know, one of my favorites is always I love the Cameroon. The
mm,
RCD Cameroon. That's one that I love. Like I love the sweetness in it. I love that sweet sugar cane in it every time, especially on the retro. That's one of my favorite cigars, the retro. So interesting story. So you know, when I first started coming here, I didn't retro cigars. You know, and Sanj he watched me smoke. He goes, "You smoke halfway through the cigar, you did retro now one time." And I go, "Yep." And I go,
all right.
"Oh," and I go, "What do you mean?" Because I was nervous to do. I thought that I would choke. He goes, "Take a little bit and just let it come down." And after that, practiced it. Now every cigar that I smoke after retro. But for a little while, I was doing like the whole Chicago Bull thing, where you
Yeah,
just
me too.
you know you doing that Chicago bullshit. He said, "Nope, let it come down easy. Let it come down
He, he
easy."
yelled at he
Then
yelled
that
at me
cigar.
about that. I was sick for 2 weeks fucking with you though, Sanj. When I did that slow retro hair, my sinuses was fucked up. But now I got it. I can do it no problem now. But I was hemmed up for like 2 weeks. I was so mad at Sanj, man, because he taught me how to retro hair, and
So
it
I
took me a
always
minute to
tell
get it down
people
right.
if you don't retro, most important thing you're wasting is your time.
Hmm.
Because you're just puffing.
Mhm.
The retro is when you're gonna get the flavors. Retro is when you're gonna experience everything,
Mhm.
right? And it's so easy. And you know, a lot of people don't do it. And you know, I'm like, what the fuck then? But my thing is anything you do in life, right? I don't care what it
Yeah.
is. You have to do it with 100% knowledge. If you don't know, then you know, I don't drink alcohol, I don't eat meat, I don't do drugs, don't do smoke cigarettes. Pure tobacco is the only thing, right? For
For
me.
sure.
So if somebody could teach me something, I'm gonna listen. I don't say to them, "Hey, I've been doing this before you were born."
Yep.
Because guess what? Today's kids they have new technology. Things change. Old timers didn't, you know, fix what it wasn't broken. Today's comers they experimenting with different tobacco, different way
Mhm.
of doing things, and you could learn something. And you know, I have no problem learning. Anytime somebody willing to teach me, I'm willing to sit and give you my time. And that's a, that's a a lot of people don't understand. And I'm like, look, I'm gonna listen to him. I'm gonna hear him out. And I know much about this that I could make my own decision.
And that's
But
that's why I appreciate y'all bringing me on the channel for one thing, to one to sit down and talk to y'all, man, and to learn about y'all, to learn about your
Yeah.
shop, learn about the cigars and the whole thing. But I appreciate the fact that you actually pay attention to the reviewers. You're paying attention to who's reviewing your cigars and reviewing different cigars, because it was a lot of us, man. It was so many people in the industry that they still talk down to us. They're like, oh, these guys,
Mhm.
they don't have no experience, they don't have any knowledge. That's the whole point of the show, though. Especially when I started my channel, it was called I Want the Smoke. I
yeah,
wanted to go
Mhm.
out and find every type of cigar that was out there, try it, smoke it in different ways, try different vitolas, because you can't understand this shit unless you're going out there and spending your time
yeah,
and trying
yeah.
all these different cigars.
And a lot of heat. Not, I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't even call it a heat. But a lot of times, like I'm one of those. I watch every reviews. I know who's doing what. There are a lot of guys call me up. Oh, can we get some cigars we want to review? I said, absolutely not. Oh, but we heard you give out cigars. I said, the day you learn proper things, that's the day you call me. I would gladly send you
Mhm.
stuff. I get guys invite me on a blog. I says, they team of 4 guys. They come on every day. I says, I watch all 4 of you. None of you smoke cigars. No, bro, we smoke cigars. I said, my point exactly.
Mhm.
None of you smoke cigars. They go, mm, like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
I said, none of you retro. He goes, what is that? I said, my point exactly. Have a nice day.
Mhm.
And
What is
I'm
that?
not gonna give you my cigars because you don't understand. I tell people all the way, all the time. If I send you a cigar, if you're a blogger or a reviewer, fuck the blogger, reviewer, guess what? I want you to be honest with me,
No
right?
doubt. No doubt.
What's his name? The uh, cigar alchemist. What's his name? John.
Yeah. John. John.
John. When he first, got my cigars, he inboxed me. I think when I was live with you guys, he even said it. He said, I call Sanchez by you sending us cigars, our opinion won't change. And I said, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Mhm.
That's why I like that kid, man. He's the newest one out of all of us, man. But like
Yeah.
he's so earnest. He ain't gonna bullshit you at all. That's why I chop it up with
But
him solo, because the kid cares.
yeah,
He's
but
not gonna
but
bullshit you.
he's like, well, a lot of people, they send the cigar. They say if I don't grade it high, don't post it. I said, look,
Mhm.
if you think my cigar is shit, I want you to say it. It's that simple.
Well,
I'm not afraid of anything, and that's the
what,
kind of shit. But you know what? I don't go on people's
how you gonna
blog.
make good cigars though? How you gonna make good cigars if you're not taking that criticism? If you can't take it, you're never
Exactly.
gonna make good cigars.
Absolutely, absolutely. People think that what do you got?
My wife wanted a couple of tins. That's all. I got
I'll
two.
take it tomorrow. It's not like I'll take it next week.
All right.
Like, it's my thing is if you first of all, if you're doing reviews and blogs, first of all, what I like about you guys, and I always say it, I talk about you guys on other blogs, right? I says what I like about these guys, they review everything and they don't take favoritism. I said
Mhm.
most review guys, there's only 2 cigars to them. It's not, it's God sent, right?
Mhm.
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, this is it and this is it. I'm not giving you my cigars. Not because I'm afraid. Because you're fucking biased. And that's all it's doing. If
Yeah,
that's the game you want to
yeah,
play, then I'm not your guy. And
yeah.
I tell people all the time, if you want to be honest and call it the way it is, then I'm with you. But if you're going to sugarcoat something, oh, but that's a big company, we can say, but fuck that.
Mhm.
You know, it's nobody bigger than a hard worker. Remember that.
You can't make me or break me like that either. I'm not gonna let you control my show. I'm not gonna let you control my palate, and you can't control my opinion. You're not gonna
Right.
be able to do that. Like, if
Right.
like with you, you rock with us because we were straight up honest with you. And when we
And,
care about your cigar, we talk about, we're like, yo, we rock with Sanj. We like what he's doing with his pricing. We like what he's doing with, with his leaves.
and
We like
vice
everything
versa.
about that. You know what I mean? That's respect. But
Yeah, vice
if it's not gonna
versa.
be
I
great,
said
yeah,
somebody said something in the beginning about Matt Cigar Hound Dog, and I says go fucking follow him or just go look at and what kind of review he has done. Thousands, right?
Hmm.
Professional, everything's there, straight to the point. That's all you want. And
you
people
can't.
they're like, oh wow, this guy said, oh this the other day somebody called. He goes, this guy said Lost City wasn't that. I'm like, okay, look, you can't
It's
because
not
you
my
buy
favorite either.
Lost City doesn't mean it's fucking good.
Hmm.
Facts. And because
Exactly.
everybody else was saying it was good. My
Right.
favorite cigar of all time right now is the Ida Sharp. I love
Yeah.
Fuente. I got mad love for Fuente. I don't like the Lost City. And I've said it on plenty of reviews. Like, that's not for me. I'm not gonna tell you not to go try it. I'm not gonna tell you not to smoke, but smoke it for yourself so you can get your own opinion
Yeah.
on what you think about that
Absolutely.
cigar.
Well,
And I
what
and I
year was when was it? What year was the first Eye of the Shark you smoked?
shit. Damn, that's a good one. I think 2020. I think it was the first one was in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You know, Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna send Matt out a package. I have the original Opus and original Eye of the Shark. What you gonna smoke there and what you remember, you're gonna say it's gonna change. You're never gonna smoke that again.
Say
What
word.
it
Is that
was,
good, man?
what it was, and what it is today, night and day.
Yeah.
Is it because it's overproduced, or is it just because that blend was just a special
Well,
blend from that time? All right, yeah, right.
mhm.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What about you, Anderson? What's your go-to, man? What's your like right now? What's yours?
So one that I like the Cameroon. I love the from Crown Head. It's called the Le Pastry out. Well, it's
Love
called the
pastry.
La
La
Pastry.
Patisserie.
Yeah,
Yeah. La Patisserie is money. I like that in
fire.
La Carême.
Yeah,
Fire.
fire.
Those are fire. Those are
You know,
absolute fire. I'm with you on that.
one another one that I really enjoy uh going to also. I still love the EP Creole La Historia.
My story was good. My favorite out of that line is the pledge, but I feel you on that
Yeah,
one. And
and
I hated that because everybody was overhyping that pledge. So
yeah,
y'all know how it is with the
exactly. That's it.
magazines and all
Yeah,
that. People,
it,
they,
exactly. Another one is the from Consequences is the Passion. The Patrimony.
yo,
Sorry, the
I don't think I've had
Patrimony.
it yet. Okay,
Huh?
I'll look for that. I'll look for that. I haven't had it yet. I haven't had
Yeah.
that one yet myself.
So that's one of my favorites. You know, and like one that I and this is the one thing I love. Like if I'm at work, you know, the RS-88, it like that was good, but I love the Industry Killer Habana. That is if I'm at work and
Yeah,
I got an hour, that's my go-to. Because to
I
me,
think
that
right
right
now,
there, you know, the RS, the original Industry Killer Habano, man, that one
I
right there always hits a spot.
I think this Cameroon right now. I'm going back and forth between the Cameroon and the Connecticut.
Yeah.
I think that's what I've been going back and forth with a lot. And
So
so
the
now,
Connecticut is awesome, and and for me, it's the Lancero Connecticut, it, and it, and you know, it's kind of because the art like for me, I get a nice cedar note that I get in that one that I
mhm.
really enjoy and like, you know, like with the black. So Sarge gave
That
me
on this retro hell, that shit is so like it's so
yeah.
prominent, bro.
So he gave me the wet pack. But before he gave me the wet pack, he said, go to CVS and get dark chocolate. So I go to CVS, and then he goes across the street and gets the this this pepper. I believe it's called the
Gajuhu pepper.
Cthulhu pepper.
I actually went out to a Mexican restaurant, got a gajuhu pepper,
Yep.
SP Black, before it was a wet pack, before we launched.
Yeah.
So I was teaching them how to determine flavors and stuff. So I said, go to CVS, get a 60% dark cocoa,
Yep. Mhm.
right? Unsweetened if you could find it. We found it. And then I went to Mexican restaurant. I said, I call a couple restaurant. He goes, yeah, we have it. I go up there. I said, I just need to do a little experiment. Would you sell me one? He goes, yeah, just take one. So I took one. I come here. I take the dark cocoa and that gajuhu pepper. I slice it very thin.
Yep.
And I crush it. Make a juice out of it,
Mhm.
right? I crushed it, kind of made a paste, and then I squeezed it. I put it in a little towel, and I squeezed the juice. And I says, take this on your finger and taste it. And then I taught him how to taste food. So he's
No doubt.
tasting. I says, okay. I said, top of your tongue. I mean, top of your roof, side of your back.
Yep.
Put all that there. He goes, okay. Then I said, let's wait. We got a seltzer. I said, wash your mouth with it. Club soda, actually, we had. I said, rinse your mouth completely. Take all that taste out. I said, light this cigar up. It's going to be identical. He couldn't believe it.
I was blown away.
Wow.
I remember like it was yesterday. Remember like it was yesterday.
So I got to do this. I got to show my love. So I assume both of y'all like really appreciate dark chocolate, just in general,
Yeah.
right? Like y'all love dark chocolates.
Yep.
I'm gonna send out some chocolates from here because Japan got some banging ass dark chocolates.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I get that pack, I'm gonna send it back to y'all. I'm just gonna send a bunch of dark chocolates that you can find in the convenies, that you can find in the little mom and pop Japanese
Yeah.
spots. I'm gonna send like Meiji and what's the other brand? It's another brand. I can't think of the name of it off the top. I can see it, and I'm gonna send that out to y'all. See what y'all think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would man,
Yeah.
like just being here. I probably learned in the last 4 years of coming here more than I would say probably maybe 75% of people of just regular because sound is a dictionary, But
Yeah.
and the thing too is he's probably forgotten more about tobacco than I'll ever
Then
learn.
we even touch between the
You
both
know,
of us.
and
You know what I mean?
and
Yeah.
and also too is just it's the respect he has for the business and then how just how he you know the people that he looks up to
Yeah. Yeah.
especially like you know I got the chance to meet Ernie Carrillo down in Miami and at that moment I'm sitting there like I'm meeting my mentor's mentor you know and
Yeah.
I'm there and I'm like man like it's mind blowing
Did you
you
go to
know
Vegas too? Were you with them at Vegas? Did y'all go
no
together?
I didn't go to Vegas no
Okay.
yeah next year
Yeah, I was
next
curious of
year
what that experience is, man. I'm jealous because I feel like I'm isolated here in Japan. It's kind of a weird thing because like you were saying about the culture is not the same here. Even like I went out
exactly
to a lounge the other night and I just had to smoke by myself. It was nobody
yeah
to talk to. I don't, I'm
exactly
not fluent in the language. So to
exactly
have that experience that you got, man, and it's like not in the negative way, but I'm jealous of you to be able
if
to
I
sit with Sanj,
so
be able to sit with EP. You know what I'm saying? That's dope,
my
bro.
question to you is when it comes to Japan how is it when it comes to buying New World stuff? Do they smoke a lot of New World, or they just stick to Cubans?
It's not just Cubans. I tell like Davidoff has their hands here in Japan. I don't know if Sanj probably already know that. So like
Yeah.
the first thing that you're really gonna get here is gonna be Davidoff. Davidoff is everywhere for New World and for Wente, and you get some Placencias. Those
Mm.
are gonna be the main things, and then you might get like some Rocky Patels here and there. That's all around. The rest of it is the focus is on Cuban cigars, and you might get like the what's the Mexican joint? Is it Te Amo? Te Amo is
Yeah.
real heavy out here and but that's really it. So it's hard for me, like I can't just, especially like now that I'm not near Tokyo. When I
Yep.
went to this lounge, the only thing they had was like it was just Cubans, Davidoff, and then the cigars that I just named, and everything the markup was like 150%, bro. I got
Wow.
I got a what was it that I just smoked? It was something that I just it was a Hoya de Nicaragua, and it was just the Cabineta. That
Mm.
shit was $21, b for that one cigar. That what's the cigar is like what $8 or $10
Yeah.
MSRP,
$7.
and I paid $21 for that joint
Wow. You know,
because that's all.
that's kind of that's kind of like that's kind of like New York State right now, because New York
Oh
State has
man,
75% tax. So if I go and buy a regular AJ Cameroon, the AJ Cameroon is $17.
that's nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah, man.
So
So that's the problem I'm having. Like, so when I came here, I brought everything with me. I brought all my Sanj, I brought my and I brought my Dunbartons, and everything else is packed up and is waiting for me to move into my new crib because I had to bring the
okay,
stuff that like I know I can't get this out here, and I know these are my favorites. I can sit back and smoke, a Cameroon RS88, and I can smoke a
yeah,
Micarita, and I'm gonna be happy. I don't have to have anything else right now. I got my Fuentes kind of put away, but because I can't just go out and go into a lounge and just sit the way y'all sitting and enjoy whatever
yep.
I want to get. I don't have that luxury right now. So
You know,
yeah,
and I think
Well, when you come to US, anytime, brother, what's ours is yours.
you
my
know,
my sister-in-law lives in she lives in Brooklyn. So the next time we
okay,
come out there, next
yeah,
time I come out there, I'm hopping that train, man. I'm gonna come check
Yeah.
y'all. I'm dead ass
yeah.
Anytime,
serious.
just let us
Listen,
know. We'll come pick your ass
yeah,
up.
I work.
Just don't
I
bring
work
no
at
fucking patties with you. Meat patties. What do you call that shit?
beef patty.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
beef
don't be
patty, man.
bringing no fucking beef patties with you.
Listen,
Because you be
That's,
gonna smoking some rare shit.
come on, man. I can't get no
don't worry
fried
about it.
chicken.
After you done smoking everything, I'll take you to a nice Jamaican restaurant, man. We get some
Yeah,
oxtail.
afterwards, whatever you fuckers want, do it, but not when you smoking rare shit.
Yeah, listen, you
Fair.
know.
That works
So
for me.
you know what the
That
thing
works.
is, man. You, you heard. I know you heard this saying: a hard head make a soft behind.
All day. You know it. I'm from the South, baby.
Yo, I can't. Innocent invites me for lunch. I can't even do it. Only other than summertime. He brings watermelon, one of my favorite fruit. I eat it. I can't eat chicken. I
Mm-hmm.
can't eat that fucking Jamaican beef patties. None of that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man. We'll go out. We'll get some nice ital. You get some
No,
callaloo.
don't
You know what I'm
worry.
saying? Get the
But
roti with
When
the
you
veggies
come
in it. You
here,
know what I
food
mean?
is not the problem. Listen, this fat motherfucker didn't get looking like that by just looking me not fitting this prick. I don't need no mean I don't fit this prick.
yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough. We gonna smoke good, man. I just can't wait to chill in that environment. I miss it, bro, because I don't get it. Like
yeah,
my channel right now is like I'm mainly just doing live so I can just sit back, smoke good cigars, smoke my best cigars, and just chill and talk
exactly.
to people like y'all, man. I
Yeah.
need that
So
shit.
you know, because you had said you had a channel that said I want to smoke, and right now you got a little bit of smoke with somebody, but I'm not getting to that. We'll talk about that
Right, right.
offline.
I-
But I would just say that I would just say this, man. That person is, he's an idiot.
yeah,
You
but
know,
check this out. Y'all, Sandra said he watched the channel. You watched the channel, man, and,
yep,
and, and I appreciate y'all, man, for like being there and the support. Well, y'all would never see me talking negative about anybody. And
yep,
even like if I like Sandra saying, I will tell you if I don't like the cigars. There's certain
yeah,
brands that I don't smoke. But even on my channel, I'm like, yo, you go out and you try this for yourself. I'm not gonna
uh-huh,
diss any other reviewer. I'm not gonna diss anybody that's like the blenders. I'm not doing that. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm not a hater. But I'm not gonna go out here and just try to start beef with anybody. Everybody that comments on my channel,
yep,
I comment back to them. I talk to them.
yep,
I talk to people
exactly, yep,
offline. This the vibe, right? What's the point of smoking good cigars, man, if you can't chill and
exactly,
parlay with people, talk about good food, talk about the movies. That's what this shit is about,
yep,
right?
yeah. So, so you mentioned how you got there. So,
Mhm.
what branch of military is your wife in?
We are both completely civilian, but
Okay,
we're working for the Navy. My wife has a pretty high position with the Navy Exchange. I don't know how much you know about the military and all that, but like
I had a
all
cousin who. So when I was younger, my
Right.
cousin he joined the Marines,
Okay.
and
Bet.
this is around maybe 2002, 2000, and so in 2004 I was going to sign up for the Marines because
Word.
my thing is if he's a Marine, I'm gonna be a Marine because if something happens to him,
You
everybody's
got
getting
his back.
every
Word up. Word. I feel
you know so
it. That's fam. That's
everybody's getting
love.
so and the day before, like maybe 3 days before I signed, they called my house. My mom answered the phone and says, "If you ever call here again, we have a problem." Hung up the phone, and she goes, "Were you about to sign for the Marines?" She goes, "I go, yeah." She goes, "You ain't going to the fucking Marines." She goes, "You ain't going to the fucking Marines."
Gotta
But
protect her baby, yo.
no, I understand that at that time, just because of it was war times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now
Facts.
my oldest son, his mind's made up. He goes, "Dad, I think after high school, I'm gonna join the military." I said, "That's fine." I go, "That's fine," but you know, if you're going Air Force and Navy. Those are the two. You know, those two right there. Like, Army. If you test high in the Army, that's fine because you
Right,
don't have
right,
to
right.
infantry. But you're not doing the
You
Marines
gonna
because you know
you out
because
there, and so all of those cats on these ships that are behind me right now. They the
yeah,
ones that they send out. You know what I'm saying? They the ones that's out there on a regular. They out for like
exactly.
9 months at a time. B. They
Yeah,
gone.
yeah. So I'm like, listen,
So
like,
what we doing out here? All of those, like, so the Air Force, the Navy, the Army, they all have like their stores. They got the
yeah,
commissary where people go shop, and they got
yep,
the exchange. That's where you go buy your clothes and all that. So my wife runs that. Where we are here, she runs that whole thing, all the food,
wow,
everything. That's her. That she's over all of that. So that's
wow,
how we got here to be able to do
yeah,
this shit. Like, so yeah, I ain't got to pick up a gun. I ain't trying to
you
hurt
know,
nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want no smoke. The smoke I want is right here. This shit, this
yeah,
the smoke that I want. I don't want no
exactly.
beef with nobody, man.
Turn that a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, I think you know, I think the one thing that really, especially when you go into a new place,
Right.
and just being in new surroundings, it's like, like my son, he lives in South Carolina, and from him growing up here, he's like, "Dad, he's like it's too slow down here." You know, he's like
Mm.
it's too slow. I don't like it. It's not New York. It's not New Jersey. Because
South Carolina, North Carolina, it's a different vibe, bro. It's a completely
yeah,
different world, man.
yeah, it's two different worlds. And
Facts.
he's always saying when he went because during the summer, I like the day they get out of school, they're
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
up. So the day they get out of school until the day they have to go until maybe 3 days before they go back to school. I send them back down. So I have them for about 8 weeks throughout the whole summer, and they're
And
like,
how old is he
"Oh,
again?
so my oldest is 16 and my youngest is 12."
They down there? He
So
playing sports, anything like that down there?
so my youngest son he wrestles. I mean, sorry, my oldest son wrestles.
Okay, bet. Nice,
Yeah, so
nice. That's
my
what's up.
oldest son wrestles. This is his second year doing it, and he loves it because he loves the challenge of it.
Man, you better start training too, man. He gonna be able to ball you up soon, man. He can,
Listen,
you know.
he tries, but like I got some old tricks because
No doubt.
back when I was growing up, I wrestled and played rugby growing up.
No, yeah, yeah.
So
You
so
tough too.
so I told him I said his first year I go my first year I went 22-4 as a freshman, right? He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yep." And then he went up and lost his first 3 matches. And he goes, "Well, I don't know how you did so good your first year." I go, "Because I put the work in. Wrestling is one of those sports where everything is mind over matter. You have to be built different. That's one sport where mentally you can't be all there.
Nah.
Because the weight cuts, like just dropping weight, knowing that you can't eat tonight. You can't eat tonight, and you have to lose another 4 pounds for tomorrow to weigh in at a certain weight.
That shit
So
wild, bro.
yeah, so you know, like growing up doing that, and then one day after football practice, I had a day out from practice, and they had rugby. They had rugby practice, and I said, and my boys like, yo, just try it out, man.
You gotta
I from the first
you
practice,
gotta
I fell
come
in
to
love with the
Japan,
rugby.
yo. You gotta come out
So
here, man. Between the
also,
rugby,
so you
uh,
from Hawaii, he's in the Navy.
Oh, very
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
yeah. I'm
Hawaii.
I'm not Navy myself though. Like, but like cause like Norfolk, where I'm from, the Navy is heavy out there, and they Guam, Hawaii, and out here in Japan, like the U.S. Navy is everywhere. But just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
culture, man. They love rugby. They love rugby out here. They they
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they, they
And
get busy out here with rugby.
Japan has they have a really good team out there. Not like over here in the U.S. All
Nah, they
all of
get
our all of
busy.
our good all of our good athletes play football, basketball. I always say this, and I don't care what anybody says. The U.S. in rugby, we don't have one guy who can play D1 football
Nah,
or be top level, like be a first round draft. We don't get those athletes, you know,
facts,
because the money's
facts,
not there.
facts,
The money
They
isn't
they
there. Exactly. So,
matter of fact, man. I
mm,
went out to a club. I went out to a club in Roppongi, and
mm,
I'm just out there. It was like my first time, like, cause when you go into Tokyo, like when you go into their clubs, like their trains, they shut down at like 11:30, 11:40. Like if you miss that train, you stuck wherever you are. If you
mm,
go into Tokyo and you don't get that train, you stuck there. You can't get back to wherever you were. So we was in a cigar lounge and we missed the train. So I was like, yo, let's just go out to a club. We're gonna stay all night until the sun come up.
yeah,
And I'm dancing with all these girls and whatever. It was, a couple black girls that was in there, a couple white girls. Rest of them were Asian, tiny little chicks. And I'm dancing with them, whatever. They invite me into their VIP. We chilling. Come to find out, it's a straight rugby team. All those girls. I went out to their games out there in Tokyo. They
nice,
bad,
nice,
nice with it,
nice,
super nice with it.
nice. That's what's
But
up.
that's the culture out here. Like
Yeah,
they play that and they're doing the sumo and shit. It's way
yeah.
different than in the states. You
Oh,
can't find no girls that play rugby in the U.S. Where?
yeah. So I love sumo. Sumo is like one of my guilty pleasures. Like on Instagram, I like to watch sumo. One day I'm gonna take Sanj and take him and pick him up and and hit him with one of those
Don't.
sumo tosses. You know.
This is all I'm gonna say.
What up?
That's it. I'm not gonna say anything. See,
You, you
see
got hands,
what?
son?
See what this motherfucker don't understand? Bruce Lee was skinny. I'm gonna leave it
That's
right there. Listen, today I was minding my own business. I was sitting down. He tells somebody, "Get the video camera. I'm gonna fuck this guy up." I have four opportunity. I said, "Go ahead." See, he don't know that I'm martial artist. I have four opportunity to knock his fucking one. I said, "Turn the other way." See, he turned. He's like, "Oh shit." I have my foot right up
yeah.
here, right? So all I have to do is put this fucking 10.5 Gucci right in your fucking head. You'll be seeing stars in the daytime. How'd that happen? How'd that happen? He goes, kids, I'm like Gumby. Listen, my masseuse, right?
Uh-huh.
My
Yeah.
stretcher who stretches me. She says he
Mm,
never met anybody flexible as Sanj. Listen, ladies used to call me fucking Gumby.
no doubt. I see what that's. You're a wild boy, dog. You're a wild boy. But y'all, I'm a diehard Bruce Lee fan, man. If y'all want to know anything about me, man,
Yeah.
I studied under Bruce Lee my whole entire life. I'm
Listen,
5'10",
you need to tell him 1.5 inches. That's all I need
one
from
inch.
this motherfucker.
Bam.
That's
Listen,
it.
he said he love an inch and a half because that's all he got. That's why.
See, there you go. Yeah. Hey, listen,
You gotta admit that was nice, son. You gotta admit that was nice.
hold
That
up,
was nice.
hold up. You can't say that was night unless you hear my comeback. Listen,
What you got?
you guys say you hung like a fucking horse. We're the only one doing all the fucking, Look at the population.
You got
1.8 billion. What you motherfuckers got in Africa? Nothing. So guess what? It's like having a lot of money, but you can't spend it. So
Yeah,
leave it
yeah.
there.
I see you getting all these Cameroons though. You fuck with Africa. You getting all these Cameroons.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's all I'm gonna say.
So
Listen,
this this
it's
is
like
shit I love, man.
if you walk with the dog in a park, if you have a fucking pit bull, girl's gonna step aside. But you walk with my Oreo, girl's gonna come to you. So they like small shit because it's playful. I tell bitches it's playful as hell. Yo,
Oh shit.
oh
That's why I fuck
shit.
with you, Sarge. That's why I fuck with y'all, man. This is the shit that I love, man.
Oh
Oh
man.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey Sarge,
You
what
know.
kind of martial arts you do, man? I ain't know you were a martial artist too, man. What you training?
I used to.
Yeah, I can't move like I
Before
used to
my
either, man.
accident, even I continue. I did capoeira for a while. The Brazilian.
No doubt.
I did a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah, yeah.
stuff. But more like a hand to hand. You know, like
No
I have
doubt. No
guys tell
doubt.
me I actually have it easy. I remember
Mm,
Marine. He's a man. I'll put you on a hold. You can't get out. I said, go ahead. I said, I'll stand any way you want me to. In 2 seconds, I bring him down. He's like, how the fuck this happened? I
It's here,
disable.
man.
Yeah, I disable you in 2 seconds.
That's what's up. Let me find out Sanj got hands too. All right. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just earlier, had me. I said, grab me any way you want. And then I said, look, point one, you'll be on the floor, right? He goes, yeah. I said, look, hold up. Here, take my other hand. I said, turn. I said, see what's waiting for you? All I have to do is just quick, it's over.
Hey, that's what they train you for in like in Wing Chun and Jeet Kune Do. It's like, hey, we ain't got to do all this, whoop de whoop. We just one shot is done. So
Yeah,
I feel you on that, man. That's
yeah.
what's up.
yeah, like
I had a guy long time ago pulled a gun, a knife actually out. I thought it was a gun, but it was a small knife. Looked like a gun. You squeeze it, knife comes out. I took that
Oh
shit
shit.
from him too quick, so fast, and I had it on his neck. That's when I realized it was a fucking knife.
Yeah. So hey, now I know when I come to Jersey, I'm gonna be safe, man. I
Uh-huh.
got two bodyguards right now, so I'm
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
go when I get out there.
That's the thing. People think, oh, guy's humble, guy's skinny. They don't know. That's what I always tell people. Don't look at somebody's size and get it twisted. And they go fuck you up.
Nah, man. Nah. You might get a Floyd Mayweather. You never know who on the other side of that,
Hmm.
bro. You don't
Yeah,
underestimate. That's what Bruce always said. Never underestimate your opponent.
yeah.
hey,
Never
listen.
underestimate your opponent, man. I
Well,
dig that shit.
so
What up, though?
there's Bruce Lee, but my black ass is Bruce Lee. Where I got the motherfucking glow. I got the
You got the glow?
motherfucking glow. You let him know.
Show
Show me,
enough.
huh?
Show enough. Yo, now that you mentioned that shit, I might have to watch that shit today. I turned my daughter on
Yeah.
to Fist of Fury. So my 8-year-old daughter, she watching Bruce Lee every day. So now she in the crib punching.
Yeah,
Now I
yeah.
gotta put on the Bruce Leroy and the
I
Shogun.
have
So
something I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's
get.
major.
Maybe he won't know what that is. Maybe you'll realize it.
All right, let's see. Let me see. Let me see what
Yeah.
you got. I love this shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
glad you brought me on though, man.
No,
I'm
yo,
glad you brought
listen,
me here,
man.
man, because
Listen.
this
This
is
this is
real.
the first time, but it's not the last time.
Word up.
You know, this is the
I'm
first
here
time,
for
ain't
it.
the last time, man. You
No
know, like
doubt.
like
So how long you been doing this show? How long has this
so.
been your baby, man?
I had a podcast before called Sticks and
Right.
Fire Cigars, and
Yeah.
something
Okay.
happened with the channel. You know how things go when you work with other people. Certain things just don't work
Trust
out,
me, I know.
and
Trust me, I know.
one of my friends who's actually from he's had Taiwanese, have Japanese, and he
Okay.
kept
Bet.
pressuring, just start your channel, just start a channel, and I'm like, man, I don't know, I'm scared. What if it doesn't do good? And he was like,
Been there.
doesn't matter, just do it. And we went up, and he goes, you're doing it right now. I'm like, what? He's like, I don't care. We're recording right now. So I went up, I hit the record button. My boy Tony was my first
You don't know
episode.
what this is.
Was I said a kendo stick?
So I'm gonna show this guy something that I have. He
All right.
thinks
What we
it's a
got?
broken umbrella. Let's see if you know what this is.
Yeah, that's Kindle, right?
Yeah,
No doubt. How long you had that? Oh man, dude.
yeah.
I had one. I had one when I was a
Hey,
kid, man, and the
hey,
neighborhood kid broke that shit on the tree,
take
man.
this one.
I can't hear him.
Oh, so
What he said?
Yeah, I had one of those when I was a kid, man, and the neighborhood kid broke that shit on the tree. I never got one. I gotta see if I can find one while I'm out here in the east, man.
But this
That
is the
shit
real
love.
one. These are the real
Yeah,
one.
that's the real
Proper
deal.
weight and everything.
I'm gonna take that forward and kick his ass, man.
So you see how it works?
Mm-hmm.
You take this off, you loosen this.
Mm-hmm.
More you open it, more it hurt.
Can I try it on you?
That's it. I don't know, Tony.
Nah, you need to master them joints because them they crack when you hear them joints hit. They move, man. They move against the
Yeah,
wind. They will
I
crack
have.
you for
I
sure.
don't know where it is, but I have the ABS fiberglass practice swords and stuff,
Yeah.
identical weight and all that. Man, I swing that shit like he wouldn't know what happened.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just take Justin's bread and fucking crack you over the head with that.
That's just dope, man. I need to get one of those again too,
Oh,
man.
so
That's what's up.
oh,
Yeah.
you said he has a box coming for us on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
Is
you
that
know.
something I can watch? Is that something that the views like? Will it be on YouTube or anything?
Oh, which one? So so so
No.
so so, so Sanj goes
Oh, it's a
live
box.
every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5.
Okay.
But
Fat.
but
Yeah, yeah.
you
I
get
get
that,
his
that's
invite.
yeah that's 5 that's
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Yeah, I get the invites. I just
Oh,
never
shit,
get the
it's
inside. I
10.
did catch him the other day when he was on with Insomniac, man. When you just got the
Yeah,
boxes fresh off the truck and you was lighting up fresh. I was like, ah, man, he
yeah.
ain't even waste no time. He cracking them
Listen,
open. He already lighting up.
you know what? I was
Yeah.
the one thing.
Take it in the box. It's
Cool,
10:20. I didn't
cool,
realize.
got you.
Listen, I'm gonna go, brother. I didn't realize it's 10:20, and I got about 45-minute drive.
No doubt, man. Be
So
safe out there, bro.
Good
Good to
night,
see you
pal.
again, baby.
And I'm gonna send some stuff to Matt, most likely Monday or Tuesday.
No doubt, man.
so so the
Anything else you want? Anything in your mind that you want?
Whatever you think of, man. I'm just going for whatever come from your heart, man. Just send out.
Okay.
I
All right,
appreciate you,
brother.
let me grab my soda.
my man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So like
I got about 15 minutes myself, bro, just to give you a
okay,
heads up, man.
that's fine. That works, man. That works. But yeah, so right now, as you see, I'm heading to the back of the shop.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I ain't realize how big that spot was, man. That shit's
yeah,
huge.
man. Yeah. Oh,
So check it, man. When I get situated, I'm working on doing a podcast myself, man. I don't know
yeah,
if you heard. I just been
just
talking
do it,
about it.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
you
coming.
know.
So what I want to do, man, is I want to have like I'm still kind of working on how I'm gonna set the show up, but I want to have guests on so that we can talk just the way that we're talking right now. Like I'm having
Yo,
like in a 3-part show. So I definitely want you on, man. I definitely just so we can just do what we're doing right now. We just chop it up like Goodfellas, man.
like the only thing you need is StreamYard, man. That's it. Just
That's
go right
probably
on
what it's gonna
StreamYard,
be.
and and boom, and it'll go right to your YouTube, Instagram, all that. I mean, your YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
That same feeling you had, man, because like I didn't know what I was gonna do, man. I didn't know how I was gonna
Yeah,
start this channel up, and man, I was nervous as shit too, bro. I was
yeah,
nervous, but I was just like, yo, what am I waiting for? You know what I'm saying? I was doing the same. I was
yeah,
like, yo, what am I waiting for, man? Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I wrote out I Want to Smoke. That was my first show that I had on the channel,
yeah.
and I was trying to do like a long form show because everybody's doing like they do like 8 minutes, 10 minutes or
Yeah.
whatever. I wanted to really get into the leaves. I wanted to get into the whole concept, the history of all the brands or the blenders and the whole nine. And I'm,
You
I'm
know,
amazed that it took off, man. So congratulations to you to have your channel taking off, man. You got people commenting
listen,
in the whole nine.
I appreciate it, man. You know what? The one thing that always surprises me is when another when a brand owner decides to come on the show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's
so for the
love, man.
first time last week, actually had Sandra for the first time. like sounds like anytime you want me on. But I was always so nervous to ask to have him on. Sanj, be good, all right?
These
I was
songs,
always so nervous to ask to have Sanj on the show, just because I didn't want to ask him any dumb questions, and you know, and during that live, and also I didn't want to repeat stuff that everybody like. I'm with him every day, so
yeah, yeah,
I know stuff about Sanj that other people don't know. So
no doubt.
so trying to pull stuff out of him, trying to pull stuff out of him and really let people know the side of signs that I know.
I had
You
to think
know,
about it like when you say that, it's like you got to think of like your audience is not gonna be you. They're not gonna know
yeah,
everything you know. So you got to
exactly,
kind of have that freedom. Like they're learning.
exactly,
They're getting all the stuff that we had behind the scenes, and that's what I like. I
exactly.
always try to make my show like that. No doubt.
Yeah.
That's good
So
shit, man.
just let people let people know the signs that I know and that I'm with every day. You know, like
What,
just about his his love for cars and the cars that he's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
collected. You know, and like
What?
what car, like he was in the car. So what was his dream car? You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about you though? What's the things that's behind the scenes that's like driving you though? Like what's the shit that's not just cigars that's like that keeps you going? Like okay, I love this car, I love this sport or whatever. What's your shit?
So for me, man, so like, of course, like I'm a big gamer, but for me, like the stuff that I like to do, man, like I like to go like hit the, like what up like when I'm not being lazy, hit the gym, and spend to me, family's everything with me.
No doubt, no doubt.
Family's everything, and like I really just want to go and just always make sure that my family's good and be able to really just um because one thing is when I started this podcast, yes, and yes, the Cowboys, definitely my
Oh, that's
def,
right. Yeah,
def,
yeah.
definitely my Dallas Cowboys, man.
Shout
Listen,
out to Young too. He know you.
yeah, listen, man.
I ain't gonna
Like,
crack on your team, man. I'm gonna be nice, man. I ain't gonna crack
listen,
on your team right now.
listen. I am the biggest Cowboy fan. I'm a bigger Knicks fan.
Wait, how the fuck does that happen, man? You on the East Coast? How the fuck you become a Cowboys fan, man? How the fuck
Mom's a
that shit happen?
Cowboy fan. Dad's a
All right.
Cowboy fan. So I had
They
no
they
choice.
they
So
came up when the Cowboys was actually winning. Like what, 35 years
yep,
ago?
yep. So how
Yeah.
about this though? Even funnier. So I remember one year for Christmas, my brother was going to ask the youngest one. Like me and my
Yeah.
brothers, we were already converted. So the younger one, he went and asked my mom for a Brandon Jacobs jersey.
Mm.
When I tell you we stomped him out something crazy, stomped him out something crazy. Converted him real quick.
Hey, get a 20 door set. That's what you need to come
Uh-huh.
out with. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I feel you.
Like he never got beat. He was like, oh, like he be trucking people. So yeah, I'm gonna truck your ass. Uh, last time I seen it, it was in here, but I haven't seen it today though. Yeah, so
How you
just
feeling about your Knicks right now, man? Your Knicks looking pretty solid right now, man. Except for
uh,
Randall. I can't stand Randall, but like everybody else looking good, man.
whoa. So let me tell you this: I am I am the captain of the Julius Randle fan club.
How,
But
bro?
let me tell you why. Let me tell
All
you
right, let's
why.
go.
Anybody who is willing to come to New York as a free agent, I root for
Okay, I
because
see that.
It's very hard
It's
for
a
you to
tough
be
place.
free agent.
It's a tough place to hoop, man.
It's very hard,
Tough place to
and
hoop.
and so that's the thing. So it's very hard for us to get free agents. So anybody who's willing to come, I'm like, listen, like you willing to come to the jungle, and then on top of
Yeah,
that, you have to understand, like Met fans are the worst fans in the world.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know a
So
few.
so so like when you got Yankee and Met fans mixed, and like we're like Nick fans don't know how to act.
Mm-mm.
We don't know how to act, especially when we win. We we started the whole fuck Trey Young thing, and
Yeah, I remember that
Trey Young
shit.
is balling. Listen,
I remember that shit.
Trey Young can't walk in the city.
Nah,
KD's
yo.
another one. KD went up and said Knicks aren't cool. Listen, the Nets during the playoffs were selling 2-for-1 tickets during the playoffs. You know, this is a Knicks city.
Yeah, man.
You know, so
It's Knicks town. Like everybody, like I told you, my sister-in-law's out there. So my
yeah,
brother-in-law, he's baseball, so he's Yankees, but
yeah,
he go
oh
hard
yeah,
for the Knicks too. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
that's like y'all New Yorkers. That's y'all shit, yo.
That's
I
our
don't know
thing,
any
man.
real Brooklyn fans, yo. I don't, like for real, for real. I don't know
But
any real Brooklyn. I feel bad for Brooklyn out there,
well,
man.
because here's the thing, I still call them New Jersey Nets.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. True,
you know, they will
true.
never they'll never be the
That
Brooklyn.
shit come out like when I'm talking about it.
They're the New Jersey Nets,
They
man.
just in Brooklyn.
Uh huh.
They in Brooklyn on loan right now. They no doubt, no
They're the
doubt.
New Jersey Nets, man.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Well,
but yeah, man. Like,
I'm glad New York sports is looking up. It's finally looking up for New York right now, man.
nah,
Because like
not.
they got to
I would say this: the Rangers are doing really good right now. Rangers are doing really good. The
yeah,
Yankees have to
right.
go and redo everything. The Yankees have to play small ball like Arizona. Like they have
You
to
can look
play
at the
more
Yankees
like.
like the Lakers though. They ain't never gonna be down for that long.
Oh, listen. Who's your team?
Go to state
No, how? How? When this happened?
because so for me when I came up, especially in North Carolina, Virginia, we didn't really have a team. So
Yeah,
you know until Charlotte came in later, but you know that
yeah,
was never really you know what I mean. So I always went on how teams played basketball. So
yeah,
when Steph like I say like 2013, 2014, when they really started moving the ball around, I started like, okay, I'm watching this squad. I love Steph. My wife is from Sacramento and the Bay Area in Cali.
okay,
So
yeah,
her family she's half Filipino. So all if you know anything about that area, all
yeah,
the Filipinos, they go hard for them
yeah,
Bay Area teams. So
yeah,
they adopted me.
yeah,
So yeah, my first basketball game, I actually went and KD was there. I saw Steph, KD
yeah.
when they was playing, and I was at the last week of the Oracle. So I'm that's my squad right now. That's who I'm rolling with.
So,
It's Golden State.
all right, since you from Carolina, Carolina State. Well, Tar Heels are actually
I'm
is it
Tar Heel.
Tar Heel fan or Duke?
You either Tar Heels or Duke, right?
Yeah.
My daughter just graduated from state, so she Wolfpack. So I'm Wolfpack because of that. But Carolina's been my squad, and I'm 80s man. So Jordan all day,
Yeah.
So I was there when it was Jordan, Worthy, and all that. So I'm NC. Fuck Duke. I hate Duke. I can't stand Duke. It's only a few teams that I actually hate. Gotta say it. I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Lakers, and I hate Duke. I can't cheer for them. Period. It will never happen.
Yeah.
It, that's just what it is, man. I'm Tar Heels all day, bro.
Listen, I was a big Tar Heel fan, man, but like I grew up like in St. John's.
Right.
Like I will always
No doubt.
if St. John's is playing, I always root for St. John's because it's good for the city. You
No
know,
doubt. No doubt, man.
when New York basketball teams are good, the city is different. Like
No doubt.
here's the thing about the city. So when baseball first starts, it's nothing but orange and blue everywhere. It's nothing but Met fans be out there with their jackets, their coats. When July come around, you don't see not one Met fan nowhere. They all put their stuff away. Yo,
Hug that
who's
shit
your
up.
team? Oh, and then you see the
Yeah, yeah.
headshot, the Mets. Yeah,
Yeah.
and what happens is that if you're a Mets fan, you're a Nets fan.
Oh,
If you're a
that's
Mets fan, you're a Jet fan. And the
which
Jets.
is
And
crazy to me.
listen, let me tell you this: people were on suicide watch. Man, when Aaron Rodgers went down, they were sick.
Yo,
Like,
I told everybody that shit was gonna happen though, man. I was like, yo, don't get hyped because you're gonna get Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
One, he old. Two, he ain't the
Uh,
same player no more. Like, yeah, don't get hyped with that shit. Anyway, man. Yo, I hate to roll out, man. I got a hard break tonight,
no, no,
man.
listen, man.
Well,
Do your
today for
thing, man.
me.
Listen, man. Yo, I appreciate you, man. You know,
Nah,
anytime,
that's
man.
just
Listen,
love,
man.
bro.
Listen, you got
We gonna do this.
you got my IG. So listen, man. You can always
We gonna parlay.
text, reach out. Listen, this is a friendship now, man. This not just a this not just the cigar thing, man. You know,
Nah, that's what brought us here, man.
exactly. You know, so you know anytime you up in the morning, you know you up around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, hit me up like yo, like you down to smoke. I'm like hell yeah, let's shoot, send a Zoom link or you know do call on Instagram. We sit, we smoke, we talk, we chill. You know, yeah.
Before I get out of here, what we gonna do is when I do my next my next live, I'm gonna shout you out so you can come on my joint, and we
Yo,
gonna do both channels, man. We'll do
yo,
it off of my joint then.
that'd be fire. I appreciate that.
That's what's up.
Yo,
Let's get it, my man. I gotta get
yeah,
out of
man.
here. We're going to brunch. I'm taking the
All
fam to
right,
brunch,
man.
man. So
Yo, enjoy, have fun, man.
my
All
man.
right, all right.
Peace.
Peace.